Hey guys, what's up? Sandman
T. Scott.
here for another episode of Core Gamers Podcast. Uh, been a lot of news going around about a bunch of stuff, and we're going to move into our big story of the week. Let's start off with the PS Vita sales. What were the sales in the U.S.?
Well,
For
as you guys know, in Japan they got their PS Vitas early, and they approximately sold over 500,000 units in February. Now we just got when did PS Vita come to America?
Two
When
weeks,
was it released?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
About 2 weeks ago. Check us on the date.
1.2 million units worldwide. That's all together.
And that's in what regions? That's the U.S., Europe, and
Asia.
Asia?
Yeah.
And the rest of Asia. Alright then.
So
So that's 1.2 million total. And remember, think about that. Total. That's 3 different continents.
that's not really good.
That's not.
So why do you think why do you think not so many people are buying this unit?
It doesn't really have that long of battery life. And then again, it is running a lot of processing power because you have the rear touchpad, the front touchpad, you got Skype, Facebook, Twitter.
3D.
You got so much active on that product. Then there's the lens quality for the camera itself.
Yeah.
Then there's the backlight for the screen.
So it's just a lot going on.
It's
with
a
it.
lot happening at one time.
I haven't seen a lot of advertisements either.
For I haven't.
I've seen within the actual release date. I've seen a couple of trailers and stuff on TV and online, but usually for games they have trailers a couple months prior to
TV
when the
spots.
game.
Remember, there's always TV spots for some stuff. Because
Yeah.
I remember. I think it was the Super Bowl. There was a game trailer on.
Yeah.
That was a good trailer, and it's because it was Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I haven't seen a lot of trailers
For the Vita on
advertisements
TV.
for
I mean,
Vita at all.
there's a lot of trailers that there's a lot of different stuff. I mean, you got to think back to when E3. I think it was 2 years ago when they announced it, and then a year ago when they went into detail with it. 2 years ago they announced it as their project, their new Sony project. And then on the side, you got to remember there was the Sony cell phone, which fucking tanked.
Sony Astron.
But let me just think about this. You guys are gonna kick me and you're gonna kill me because of what I'm about to say. You guys don't remember this? Is the PSP Go. That thing dropped off the face.
You guys remember
earth.
what that was? It was kind of like it was kind of like one of those sidekick phones. If you guys are familiar with sidekick phones,
You slide up,
you
slide
slide
back
up,
down.
slide down, and
It was the manifest into the Vita.
everybody was trying to get their hands on it. I remember I was trying to get my hands on it. The white color version, but he just brought it up a couple of days ago, and I was
forgot
like,
about it.
What? I completely forgot about it.
I'm not surprised. A lot of people forgot about this Vita.
So next time, it's not even on shelves anymore.
We were just at GameStop.
Just at GameStop, and Walmart. There's no PSP Go. The one place I saw the PSP Go was at Best Buy.
And how long
Other
ago
than
was
that was last year before MW3 and
What happened?
Brotherhood came out. So next time you go to GameStop,
Look for it.
look for it. It's not going to be
It's
there.
gone. But anyway, back to the Vita. Let's go back to the Vita because let's go to benefits of the Vita. I was talking about the negative. Let's go to the positive.
You have 3D, of course, which is a huge thing. Like you said, you have the touch screen. You have the rear touch screen. You have the camera on both sides.
It's pretty much an iPhone.
Yeah. Let's go to our next thing. Now, if you guys are Ubisoft fans, Assassin's Creed 3 has been, rumors, and the date is set October 30th, 2012. It's coming out. If you're a huge Assassin's Creed fan, I highly suggest you go to GameStop, reserve your copy. When you reserve your copy, you get, you know, you get
a
this.
case. It's a metal casing.
You get it for free.
And it comes with a game. It's pretty much part of the pre-order. Now, I don't know if there's... Well, we don't know. We've been looking. I've been looking because I love
I'm looking for collector's edition.
Collector's edition. This kid's never got a collector's edition. I have the collector's edition for Uncharted 3, Infamous 2, and Little Big Planet 2. Now, because they are amazingly top priority games.
Yep.
And
exclusives.
They're all exclusives. Wow. I'm a PlayStation fanboy. I think it's official. But, anyway, I really want to get the collector's edition for this game because, you know, it's
an amazing game.
It's a series that you have to build on, you know.
Now, let's just go into, you know, a couple of details with this game.
Alright, let's start off with the characters. Now, if you guys want, you can go look this up in information for yourself. Now, go on the G4.TV website. They have all this information. This information is not... Some of it's not all confirmed, but most of it is. Now, you guys obviously know it's during the Revolutionary War.
Which is huge.
You play between the years of 1753 and 1783. But let's move on to characters you get to meet. Characters you meet, you guys obviously saw in the trailer that they released, that you obviously get to hear the vocal overview of George Washington leading his troops into battle. It is confirmed by Ubisoft that you do meet George Washington in the game. You get to, maybe, I don't know if you get to tactically move with him. I don't know if you're his by the side. But I know if you guys probably did some of the Subject 16 riddles back in Assassin's Creed 2 and in Brotherhood,
yep,
you probably saw one of these pictures with the Apple of Eden of George Washington holding the apple. It's probably going to be somewhere in there in that game because you can't have that picture without throwing that in there. Then there was Ben Franklin. They didn't officially name him as the Da Vinci of this game, but he probably will have something to do with some of the inventions. Obviously, the enemy that you're going to fight is the British, probably...
Templars, of course.
Obviously, Templars have influence in the British.
All these characters, you know, they are ancestors of Desmond. So you have to keep that in mind,
Cannot forget Desmond.
You cannot forget Desmond. Now, do you think this is where it's going to end, Assassin's Creed 3, honestly?
I mean, if you
think
about
they're just
Revelations,
keep on throwing stuff out?
I don't know. They're probably gonna have like PSP spin-offs. They're probably gonna have a Vita spin-off, which I'm not gonna like. I think that this might be the final conclusion behind Assassin's Creed. Why? Because if you think to Revelations, the final flash into the
I thought I was gonna add
the
that
ancient
Revelations.
civilizations. You think back to the ancient civilizations, so-called by Minerva and all of them.
Juno, yep.
Think to that because they said that the end of the world is coming soon, and that it's Desmond's responsibility to build upon that, for him to protect the survival of his race, basically. So he has to. It has to end soon.
Yeah. I
think that they might have other Assassin's Creed games that have other plot lines behind it, but this main end of the world scenario is probably going to end this game or one game hence. Because, I mean, like I said, we don't know much about this game anyway. It does come out in October, and when we get it, it's fucking awesome.
And other things, you know, as he just said, October. If you think about it, all the other games, the previous games, have been released in November.
November releases, you're right.
So, you know, I don't know.
They did bump it up. I wonder why. You know, I think it's probably just a marketing thing. Let's move on to game mechanics. You guys remember the recruiting characters,
since Brotherhood.
They do have that. They didn't officially announce it, but it is a possibility that you can recruit because again you are an Indian. You do get to visit villages. Let me check here. Yeah, villages, colonial villages, or colonial groupings, and Native American villages and stuff like that. There's I think this was a little odd. They announced that there's a hunting mechanic and a pelt gathering mechanic. I don't know about that. What do you, real quick on that?
I don't know. I honestly like it all. You know, it's a new game.
I'm hesitant. Why build a new game mechanic if it's just like, especially as random as that? You know, pelt gathering and hunting. I mean, I understand the hunting with the bow and arrow. I get that. I really do. But then let's move to, it always used to be a cityscape back from 1 to Revelations. Assassin's Creed 1 all the way to Revelations. It's always a city type, right?
Yeah.
Now you're dealing with forest areas, wide open areas, which I think is better for hunting. But I'm getting distracted. You get to use trees as a climbing mechanic. There's cliffs. There's building ledges, obviously.
Yep, everything.
They did say that the trees and cliffs add to combat experience.
That's good.
And then, what were weapons? Let me go to weapons real quick. There is the obvious tomahawk, because that's not only is that a useful weapon and hunting and gathering product.
Indians did use that.
It's a notification that it's an Indian. It helps with it. There's obviously
the classic bow and arrow.
Yeah. Obviously, there's going to be the hidden blade.
That's been confirmed. The hidden blade.
That better be, because it's freaking Assassin's Creed.
It's Assassin's Creed.
I took these
Assassin's Creed isn't Assassin's Creed without the hidden blade.
It's a trademark.
All Assassin's Creed fans
It's a trademark, man. It's a trademark. They're adding to the combat system with. They did say that there's quick running schemes. It adds to the double counter attackings. Multiple takedowns are easier, because I remember you guys know of in Revelations there's the double counter.
Love that.
They're adding to it with the tomahawk. I think that maybe you get to slice them in the face with the tomahawk and stab somebody else or something like that.
Scalp some people.
That'd be cool.
I would love that.
There's
as sick as it is, it'd be kind of cool if you could.
They said there was, I think it was a running mechanic. There used to be, or no, it used to be. What am I talking about? There was the added effect of the hook blade, the run and jump over enemies. You guys remember that? You grab onto, I don't know if it was their collar or their jaw, or you just flip over them real quick and you can stab them in the back or do whatever you have to do.
I think.
Or just jump over and keep running and it doesn't lose the effect of you sprinting. They added the sprinting effect of sprint kills. Say you're moving really fast chasing a target and there's enemies in your way, you don't want to lose your target, you pull out the tomahawk and throw it, maybe hit them in the face, because that's a cool animation. The other guards get distracted or, feel threatened, and then as you're still running, you run and pick up the tomahawk mid-sprint, and it doesn't ruin your thing. That's just my idea. That's what I would throw in. Ubisoft, you can throw that in there still. You still got time. It's not October yet. I want credit, though. Better attacking. They did say that there isn't the hidden gun anymore. There's a pistol. There's a musket.
Yeah, because we're in, the future,
You're in that time period. You gotta use a musket, man. A musket does a lot of damage.
Yeah.
You can use human shields and other stuff of that type. There's no target lock. Like where you would hit L2 or L1 to lock onto a target that you could shoot at, throw a knife, or just do an air assassination. They're getting rid of the target lock. That same button, correspondingly, would be for countering and defensive moves. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's bad. It's
going to be hard with the bow and arrow, especially. So
it's gonna it brings in a different combat dynamic. Don't you think? Let's move to the camera. That they're changing the camera view. They're still gonna have a third-person camera, the standard following the character. Obviously, that's trademark for Assassin's Creed. Yeah. They did say that not specifically, but this is what I think, that there's gonna be a new dynamic feel for the camera view. Now I'm thinking if there's a chase scene, and maybe it's a straight shot, or really quick within the story, it's going to change, and they said it's going to feel more cinematic, more movie-like. You guys know the sync mechanism. The memory synchronization is different in this game than it was in Brotherhood and Revelation. It wasn't Revelation, right? 100% syncing. Alright, just making sure. Forget it. There's an actual different XP version for these. Now, you guys know if you played an RPG, Call of Duty, there's XP to get a level. They're adding this effect into AC3, but it's not the same as you get a kill, you get 50 points. Not the same thing. The quality of the kill adds to the 100% synchronization within that memory. The quality of your defensive skills. They're pretty much saying anything you do within a memory gives you XP towards synchronization. They did officially say that there's going to be, key points in history that the Assassins and the Templars are going to be related to. There's a lot happening in this game. They did say that it is 1.5 times bigger than Brotherhood, the map size. And Brotherhood was big. That was Rome. think about that time period. What other areas do you think are going to be jumped into? Obviously Philadelphia. Obviously New York. What else? You think Florida? Virginia.
I would have to say Virginia. Not so much in Florida.
Or that area. I mean, you know what I mean.
Somewhere towards the north. That whole area on the eastern coast. So.
Fair enough. I'm you think as far south as Virginia?
Yeah.
Or as far, I'm trying to think of the time period. About North Carolina was the southest point.
Yeah.
Within that time period, but we still did have the 13th colony.
So it's going to be
I think they're mainly focusing on the north, like you said, but they're probably going to throw in a few south maps.
Yeah.
Because remember, you are an Indian, and you do get to have that kind of that flow with the tribes. So there's probably going to be a bigger influence.
We'll just have to wait and find out.
October
30th.
Ubisoft, you got any more information? You got to tell us, man. You got to let us know.
That's
crazy, man. That case is crazy.
Let's move on.
Let's go to another game release. It's not as big. Ghost Recon.
Ooh.
Because we saw this last year at E3, and being team-based...
Comes out when? May 22nd? If you watched E3 last year... Ghost Recon was announced for.
It was big.
It was huge, and for when you're playing, the main missions, you can actually play with your friends on the main missions, which is
4-player co-op.
4-player co-op. It's really new. I don't think any other game has done this.
Well, I mean, if you don't count zombies as 4-player co-op.
Well, I'm talking about these are main story missions.
Yeah,
these are main story missions.
Story co-op.
Where you have 4 people, co-op mission. Go out if you haven't reserved that. Go out and get it.
Multi-system.
It's definitely multi-system.
PS3, Xbox,
but
PC. I'm not sure.
Tom Clancy, he's made
Tom Clancy's got some good
games.
Right?
So.
Good game. One more quick, a couple more game releases we want to talk about. Starhawk, the sequel to Warhawk.
Yeah.
Which was a PlayStation exclusive. Starhawk's obviously a bigger game. Warhawk, which was kind of like Mag in aspect, didn't have a storyline, didn't have a campaign. Starhawk has a campaign. So they think that that's going to build up their sales, build up their quality of the game. So then that's good. What the? Game of Thrones? No. Game of Thrones has a... No. The TV show can't have a game. Alright, what else is down here? Diablo 3. Diablo 3. That's a big game for some people.
Another good game that just recently came out was Mass Effect 3.
That was the biggest release I've ever seen. Not even
really
kidding.
Good game.
There's always advertisements on games on YouTube and shit, but I haven't seen like an advertisement on a video or that was completely separate. Mass Effect 3 was a big thing.
Street Fighter, Tekken
is
big, if you like fighting games, combat games.
I mean, it's Street Fighter and Tekken, 2 of the biggest fighting games out there, not including Mortal Kombat. A new Resident Evil coming out.
Couple of good games.
Tiger Woods, and this is all in March. We're talking about March, so.
Most of the games, the best games come out, during the winter season. It's like drought season for gamers.
Not much coming out.
We need new games.
But let's move on to. That's pretty much it we got all for releases. But let's go on to
the Tester, and we are currently in season 3. Episode 5 has been released. Came out Tuesday. There are 5 people left. 5.
That was quick.
3 episodes left, which means there will be 3 people in the final. In the last episode. Currently, we have Achilles. We have Sky Diddy. We have Reality Payless. Who else do we have? Suskaiden is still left, People don't really like Suskaiden, but, she's still left. And we have Christy. Honestly, I really do think that Sky Diddy, Achilles, and I have to say Suskaiden will be the final 3. If haven't watched the last episodes, go check those out. You know, in the last episode, episode 5, they had to do a challenge when they're, on the beach and they have God of War, like, actual stuff, in the sand. And they're on teams. There's 6 people in this challenge, and they're on teams. And they are blindfolded, and they both have to find, same, I guess, toy, I guess, and match it up. And, how many matches they can find in 4 minutes, they are the winners of that challenge. But, in episode 5, Kawachi Monster, she left. Now we only have 2 girls and 3 guys. So honestly, I feel like Sky Diddy, Achilles, and Tsuskaiden will be the only ones left. Reality Payless, he is an amazing competitor, but I think he's right now in these last couple.
Why though?
In the last episode, he shot himself in the foot. The judges, the panel, they think that he's not there for the right reason anymore. Like
he lost his enthusiasm and everything.
He's been holding. He's been holding strong for, the past 4 episodes, but now, he's, I don't know, he just wants, the prizes. I guess the panel doesn't think he's there for the right reason. I think you just have to, you have to have passion for it, and that's
passion for what? For gaming or for the job?
For the job, honestly, and that's why I think Tsuskaiden is still on the show. If you haven't, seen the last episodes, one of the panelists said that, they want, they would definitely hire her because the passion that she has. She has the passion, she has, she has the right, mindset. And she's not just there for, the prizes. She's there for the actual job. And I honestly think that, she will win this, and she will get the job at Santa Monica Studios.
What was the very last individual challenge reward in the last episode 5? What was the challenge reward?
The challenge reward was you actually got to go to Santa Monica Studios and play an unreleased, unannounced game. And you also have the interview with the people at Santa Monica Studios.
Whether
so
you
that's
win or lose.
That's if you win.
Oh, okay.
And you get to actually talk to these people. These are your future co-workers. So, you have to make a first good impression. And Achilles definitely made a first good impression, with that interview that he had with, his possibly future co-workers. But they got to go to Santa Monica Studios in the last episode. They got to play an unannounced, unreleased game that will come out who knows when. And
let's hope soon.
Yeah, hopefully soon. I don't know, and hopefully it's big. But
God of War?
Maybe. We don't know.
That'd be awesome.
If you want, more updates, you can check the actual PlayStation website. I guess that's it, guys. So.
Well, that's all we got for this week. Let's keep updated on the tester. We're gonna keep looking for more game releases to see what else is new. We're gonna try and find more information on Assassin's Creed 3. But if you guys do want to check the G4 website, you can pretty much just search Assassin's Creed 3, and a lot of links are gonna come up. So you pretty much just browse that and look for whatever you can find, because there's a lot of useful information.
Next week I will be putting out a video for the next episode of the tester and what I think. I'll hopefully record next Friday and hopefully have the video, all done, set up on the channel next Saturday. So look out for that. Subscribe.
Twitter.
Tweet.
Check us out on there. We got a lot of cool people. We're trying to get more active within the gaming community.
Check out Mo Chocolate's video from, Tester Season 2 on YouTube. He talks about Tester Season 3 and, what he thinks about the current or the previous challenge and, who he thinks will eventually, go on and get this, dream job. So go out on YouTube, check him out, and just,
link us. Link us to a couple people you like to want to watch our episode. Just throw us on Facebook. Link us on Twitter. Get more people to watch this, and we'll start doing. The more people we get to watch these episodes, the more times we're going to do episodes. The more information we'll be able to get from big industry people. We don't have that much backers. The more you show us, the more you share us.
And we do this for
you
guys.
The more we do this, because we only do this for viewers. This is what we want, and this is what you need as a gamer.
Yeah.
So we're giving you all the information we can. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys 2 more weeks. 2
more weeks.
We did, get this video out.
Check us out at the end of March. So
we'll have another episode out. We'll see you guys next time.
Signing off.
Done.